Morning, students of class 11 B. So yesterday we have seen so many things about vectors, right? Splitting a vectors we have seen, right? When a vector is in two dimension, or suppose a force is acting in two dimension, that can resolve into two components. These components are called orthogonal components. Sometimes it is also called as rectangular components. And some other times it is also called as perpendicular components. Generally, it is called as resolution components. All are same, right? So position vector, how it has two component vectors we have seen. Vector R is equal to xi plus yj. Yeah, vector R is equal to vector x plus vector y. Vector x can be written as equal to xi, and vector y can be written as equal to yj. Ij, the term that also clear to you. I is the unit vector along the x-axis. J is the unit vector along the y-axis, etc. Right? So additional vectors, subtraction of vectors, splitting of vectors, all this we have seen in these days. Today, I am going to discuss product of vectors, how vectors are multiplied with each other, right? So in product of two vectors, there are two definitions given. One is called scalar product and the other is called vector product. Now the question arises, what's a scalar product? I am writing scalar product. The main heading is what? Product of vectors. First is what? Scalar product. Scalars and vectors we have already discussed. Scalar product is a product of two vector quantities. Two vector quantities when multiplied. If the product you are getting is a scalar quantity, this product is called a scalar product. Understand? There are so many scalar products that we have to come across in physics. One is work done. Work done is a physical quantity that depends only on magnitude, not in direction. When work done is defined, the direction is not mentioned in that. There are certain physical quantities. When we mention that physical quantity, the direction also has to be mentioned. Then only the meaning will be full, right? In the case of work done, the direction is not mentioned, no need to mention. Only the magnitude is necessary. But work done, how can we calculate? Everybody knows that work done is equal to, work done W is equal to force into displacement. Force into displacement. Force is vector F and displacement is vector S. S means displacement in physics. Displacement is motion than denoted by S, vector S. So two vectors, or sometimes it is called as F into ds. F into ds. This means a small displacement. So force when multiplied with the displacement vector, force vector when multiplied with displacement vector, we are getting work done. Work done is a scalar quantity. That is why this product is called a scalar product. So scalar product is most of the time written as W is equal to not F. This sign is not there. That is written as equal to F dot ds. F dot ds it is. Ds means displacement vector. So scalar product is also sometimes called as dot product. Dot product is the product of two vector quantities, but the result is a scalar quantity. Such a product is called a scalar product or dot product it is called, right? Scalar product of two vectors is given by the product of their magnitude. Actually, F dot ds when we write, this is equal to the full form of that, the magnitude of that. When we write in magnitude, this is equal to F ds cos theta it is called. F ds cos theta. A force is acting on a body in a certain direction. So for example, a board is there here, a force is acting on that, right? Force is acting along this direction. That is, force is acting on this direction, and the board is moving in a certain another direction, what is called ds. Understand? Okay. There are situations, suppose when you kick a ball, you are putting the force in the forward direction, but the ball is moving at an angle theta with the direction of force. That is very common, right? When we play football and other things, and also when we play what is called caroms and all, right? This kind of things can happen, right? Caroms, right? Okay. So this kind of things can happen. Force is acting on this body at O, and F is acting on this direction, but the body moves in a certain other direction, making an angle theta with the direction of force. Right? We have already seen the splitting of forces. Displacement is also a vector quantity, F is also a vector quantity. We want to find the work done by the force. Work done by the force is equal to force into displacement in the direction of the force. Is there displacement in the direction of the force? So in a that means so casually when we look at this figure, you will say there is no displacement in the direction of force. But when crucially see this thing, then you will see that there is a displacement in the direction of force. What is that? That is ds cos theta. Ds cos theta, right? If ds is along this direction and ds makes an angle theta with the force like this, then ds, one component of ds, what is called ds cos theta, will be in the direction of force. Then what is work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement in the direction of force. In the direction of force, the displacement is ds cos theta. Therefore, W is equal to F ds cos theta. This is the magnitude of W. That can be written in terms of vectors as F vector F dot vector ds. So this is what is called a scalar product. So we can say that suppose there are two vectors, vector A and vector B, vector A and vector B, then the scalar product of these two vectors is given by vector A dot vector B. That is equal to AB cos theta. AB cos theta means, see, A dot B, the scalar product of these two vectors, A and B, is equal to magnitude of the first vector. We can write modulus vector A also we can write. Yes, simply A also we can. In this case also, modulus vector B also we can write, or simply B also. So, A B cos theta, modulus of vector 1 into modulus of vector 2 into cosine of the angle between the two vectors is what is called a scalar product of the two vectors. Right? So this is a very simple thing. Suppose vector A is along this direction, as I said here, and this is vector B. This is vector B. A and B are making an angle theta with each other. Right? Scalar product is equal to the product of the second vector B and the cosine component of the first vector A. That is what is called scalar product. This is the physical meaning of scalar product, right? The magnitude of vector B into the cosine component of vector, cosine component of vector is along B only, because A makes an angle theta with the B. Therefore, the component of vector A will be in the direction of B. So, the magnitude of vector B, that is simply B, into the cosine component of vector A, that is equal to AB cos theta. This is what is called a scalar product. So, this day onwards, scalar product has another name that also you must remember. Scalar product is also called as dot product. A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. F dot ds is equal to F ds cos theta. F dot s is equal to F dot s is equal to Fs cos theta. E dot ds is equal to EDS cos theta. E dot ds, this is electric flux it is called. E dot ds is equal to EDS cos theta. B dot ds. B dot ds is equal to BDS cos theta, like that. This is electric field, surface integral of the electric field, or electric flux. through a small area. Electric flux means number of field lines passing through a certain area in an electric field. This is magnetic flux through a small area. That is number of magnetic lines of force passing through a small area ds. In physics, ds is actually representing a small area. Small area having a perpendicular placed on that area. That perpendicular is a vector. That vector is called a surface vector. That will study only in the next year. So this is what is called the meaning of dot product of two vectors. Am I correct? So there are so many properties of dot product of two vectors. Properties of dot product of two vectors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. etc. That I am going to explain it today. Right. That is in that means vector A dot vector B is equal to vector B dot vector A. Commutative property. That means the terms when changed, the values will not change because scalar product depends only on the magnitude. Therefore, vector A dot vector B is equal to vector B dot vector A. That is one property. And this is 1 and 2. Next is vector A dot vector A, vector B plus vector C. That is equal to vector A dot vector B plus vector A dot vector C. Distributive property. Distributive property. Right? Okay. Again. When same vector, same magnitude. That means vector A dot vector A is equal to A into A. That is magnitude of first one is A only, second also A only. A into cos 0. Because in the same vectors, A and A makes an angle 0 with each other. Vector A and vector A are parallel to each other. Therefore, theta is equal to 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, this can be equal to A. Therefore, vector A is equal to root of, the magnitude of vector A is equal to root of vector A dot vector A. This we also speak under. This is another. Okay. Then scalar product of two vectors